What's up, guys? Got another new video here for you. This is Tuned In Sports coming at you with some more action. My name's Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Don.
And we're all in a line today, totally switching up the order of where we're sitting. So, as confusing as that may be, just wait till tomorrow because you'll see the same product on the field. So don't worry. Don't worry. The more things change, the more things stay the same. So, unfortunately, we don't have the pleasure of watching the Broncos' usual weekly performance. But don't worry, there's plenty of other teams that can make up for it.
Yeah,
I'll find one.
You got the Bengals back
to
in the
bring
mix
back
now,
memories for
so.
for this week.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we can watch what's his name, Boyle or something for the Lions, and
I can get flashbacks with Simeon too.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Misty eye of wonder years gone past.
Yeah, and if they decide to show up, well, the Eagles are on the other side, so you're bound to see something.
And I'm also hearing rumor of Driscoll going to tight end or something like that. There's another good one, huh? Mention that. Think he's playing tight end for the Texans?
I sure hope.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. That would be interesting.
I'd love to see his action on the field.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we've got just a whole load of excitement going on for this coming week of football, and we're gonna go ahead and hop right into it. As I mentioned before, the Lions, they've got a game against the Brownies this week. And of course, so with them playing the Browns, that it's going to be number 2 one way or another. It's just going to be a matter of which team is on the receiving end of it the most. And they've got their backup quarterback coming in there. First start of his career. So actually, I don't even think he's the backup. I think he was supposed to be the third string guy. But I guess they didn't like what Blow had to offer, so they went to a different hole. But we're going to move on to this guy, Boyle, and see what he's got to offer the team. And to be honest with you, to keep it short, I think that Boyle's going to show you that Goff may have been doing a little bit better than people were giving him credit for, because I wouldn't be surprised if Boyle comes out there and absolutely sucks hard. Especially, I know the Browns have been struggling a bit this year, but I know their defense is pretty formidable usually. So I have a feeling the Lions are going to have a tough day tomorrow. Going to be a tough game for them. If you guys can believe, if you can believe that, I think Bennett will be
going to look good though.
I'll be saying that after next week's game.
Yeah. So
this week's.
Unfortunately, I just don't see the Lions winning this game. I don't see them losing or winning really any of their games left, but I think they have some opportunities. I just don't think this is one of them. I think they'll lose to the Browns, and even if Goff was playing, I wouldn't like their chances. But with this guy coming in and starting for his first time, I don't see it happening for him, unfortunately. Hopefully, they're able to keep it close, though.
As far as my opinion goes,
tough game.
No, well, believe me, look forward to that in the preview. The review, but you know what?
That tells you all you need to know.
But as far as my opinion, I'd love to see the Lions pull off a victory here. I really would just because it's the Brownies.
Your stripes are showing.
Yeah, but then again, I like how pitiful the Steelers played against them last week. So against the Lions. So that was nice to see. But I think if any team is gonna up in terms of embarrassment, it would be the Browns. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Browns. Just because, the state of the two teams is completely different in terms of where they're at currently. This is actually a must-win for the Browns, in my opinion, because they're currently 5-5. And, if they want to make the playoffs, this is a game they have to win. So, I look for the Browns to get it done, even though I would really love to see the Lions win.
Yeah, I think it's a big risk for the Lions to start Susan Boyle as their quarterback. Oh wait, that was America's Got Talent. I can't give Susan Boyle that much.
They look a lot alike.
Really horrible. I mean, she actually has talent where I don't think Boyle's gonna have talent. This is I don't know. This is gonna be rough. I think the Browns have a few weeks of being with the whole OBJ and all the other merry-go-round stuff that's been going on. So I totally see them, and they're getting Chubb back. I just see it just going to be like the stars are going to align, and things are going to happen for them. I think Vegas still might have the cover for them out of this one because I think there's going to be a lot of money put on the Browns. So you know how that usually goes. So
Yeah.
But I really don't see too much in this one, especially them at home. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day for the Browns. I mean,
Yeah.
Lions are coming in, hot off another loss of last week. So they're going to be ready to play. Every week we keep waiting for them to show up. Maybe this will be the week. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think the Lions are going to get ran over here. I think the Lions are going to play good. And the running game is working for Detroit last week. 130 yards on the ground by Swifty. One of the best outputs they've had since Barry Sanders was there. So definitely step in the right direction there. Now, as far as Boyle goes, this is going to be his first start. He spent several years in Green Bay backing up Rodgers, so maybe he learned a few things from that. But I don't know. I mean, maybe this is what the team needs because obviously Goff has not been able to get it done offensively. They haven't been able to get down the field. So hopefully, this will be the spark they need. I'm not going to go as far as saying a win here, but I think the game will be close. I think Detroit will play well again. And hopefully things will fall our way.
Hopefully another tie.
No. No, not another tie.
8-2.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
8-2, yeah.
No, we're gonna finish the season
2 straight weeks in a row.
We're gonna go 8-1 this season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there you go.
That's how we're looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
I mean, it's gonna be tremendous.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're just looking at this game and you're thinking to yourself, boy, this is just exciting television to watch. I mean, you got Boyle.
Yeah. I mean, if this isn't prime time television,
you got Boyle coming in there on a winless Lions team with injuries all over the field, and then on the other side you got the Browns who have been struggling all year, and it's just like, boy, why would you turn your TV to anything else?
No, if you want to see good football being played, this is where you'll go.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know we're
Game
gonna.
of the week. Right?
I mean, what a great weekend for Michigan fans. I mean, they get 2 days in a row of Michigan teams going to Ohio teams.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Same results.
Yeah, and there's a decent chance both of them will end up getting blown out of the water back home, but blown across the pond.
Yeah, we can watch it next week again.
They get launched off Top Thrill Dragster back home.
We can watch the same thing next week when Michigan shows up at Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna
So,
be nice.
Well, no, it's at home, so it's in Ann Arbor. So.
don't the Lions still have to play the Bengals too, or no?
No, we smoked them.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, I was trying to
Check
help.
the archives.
Yeah, I was trying to give you some hope, but no. Anyway, so
We
let's.
still got the Broncos on the schedule.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I know. I was trying to give you some hope with
Coach
the
Vic.
Ohio versus Michigan thing going on, but yeah, that wasn't good.
As the words of Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Yeah. Or in the words of the Bengals kicker, my leg hurts. But anyways, with that being said, I guess the Eagles are playing tomorrow. Nobody's going to be watching because they'll be tuned into the Lions. But the Eagles are playing a game tomorrow. They got the Saints in the 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock, depending on Eastern time zone, Western time zone, whatever. The morning game against the Saints at home. This is actually a pretty big game for the Eagles. They're coming off a win against the Broncos, and before that, a loss to the Chargers in a very close game. And the week before that, another win. So, if we can win this game, this will be 3 out of 4 weeks where we got a win. and we're actually projected to do so. I know we're at home, so technically, I think the spread is 2.5, but we're at home, so I think it's technically, basically a pick 'em, or the Saints would be favored by maybe 1.5 or something. But nonetheless, this is actually a very important game for the Eagles. I've talked about before on this channel how we've got a string of really very winnable games left on this season, and the only game left that may be a little bit out of grasp is that final game against the Cowboys. And like I've mentioned before, if they're not playing for anything, they might be, sitting people. And if we got Cooper Rush, then, if we get blown out by them, then go ahead and blow me while you're at it, because I'm not going to be excited about it. So, giving head underneath the mistletoe. But with that being said, this is a very important game for the Eagles, a very winnable game against the Saints here. They don't have Jameis. They don't have Taysom Hill. Well, actually, no, they do have Taysom Hill, but he's not the quarterback. So we got Simeon, ex-Bronco, of course. And they don't have Alvin Kamara's not playing. They don't have their receiver, Michael Thomas or whatever his name is. So they've got injuries all over the place. We're coming in here with some injuries as well, but not really anything that's
substantial.
Not really anything that we haven't been dealing with already. So with that being said, this is a huge game. We're playing at home as well. So if we can, for some reason this year we've played really well on the road and just struggled tremendously at home. So hopefully we can right that ship. I've got some family members that actually bet on the Eagles to win this week, so it's kind of giving me anxiety. People actually putting money behind this team kind of, I don't know, it kind of gives me like World War II PTSD or something going on. And I don't know really what to think about it, but I'm going to go ahead and ride the momentum here and say that the Eagles are going to win against the Saints tomorrow. And as I've talked in previous videos, with the cupcakes that we got left, we got the Giants next week and then the Jets the following and then a bye. So if we could win this game and then squeeze one out against the Giants and take care of business against the Jets, that would be a 4-game winning streak going into the bye week. And
then you lose that.
And then at that point, we'd be 7-6. So, I mean, the way I look at it is, even if we lose one of these games, if we could be 500 going into the bye week, that'd be a successful season. We've already reached the amount of wins we had last season. I mean, if you exclude that garbage against Washington the last week, where we probably could have won that game and we're just yanking players because we're coaching to win. If you exclude that garbage that happened, maybe we would have had 5. But nonetheless, the record shows 4, and we're already at 4. So, I'm actually kind of feeling decent about this, and I'm going to pick the Eagles to win. I don't think that will blow them out or anything. I don't think it'll be a repeat of the Lions' performance, but I think we'll be able to pull this one off.
Yeah. So with all that good vibes going there, bet the house on the Saints.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I got family members taking my team, so go the other way.
Actually, this should be an Eagles win, I would hope. But again, if the Saints are looking at the tape, remember, RPO left, he's going to run, RPO right, set the edge, so he has to not move that S motion out to the around side. You've got it good. But as we know, this is the NFL. Nobody looks at tape anyway. So, good luck. Might as well just go with everybody else and just jump on that Eagles ship.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it's gonna be a tough. We know it's gonna be a tough loss for the Saints. Yeah, I mean, it's
bet on the Eagles.
So I mean, I kind of am in agreement though. I mean, I think Eagles been. This is a big opportunity for them to get their season back on track. I mean, you look at how the Giants are playing and they look like shit. You got then the Jets. I mean, we lost to them, but so what? So what? They're still shit, and so are we. Just playing, but I mean, still. Yeah, I like the Eagles' chances, especially with what's on the line. For them to possibly go into the bye with a over 500 record. I mean,
Well, we still got 2 more games after this.
well, yeah, but still
against Giants
no,
and Jets,
Giants and Jets. I mean, those are 2 winnable games. They take care of business here. I think the Saints are one of their tougher opponents left on the schedule.
Yeah, which isn't saying much in my opinion.
Which, I mean, yeah, because I mean, the Saints have a lot of injuries, but
Yeah.
nonetheless,
That's what I'm saying.
I still think the Saints have a good defense, at least in the pass rush aspect. So, we'll see.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. Our
We'll
offense
see.
get bulldozed.
We'll see. I will see what happens if the Eagles O-line can hold up. And they keep on, doing what they have been doing the last couple weeks, utilizing the run. You've seen what happens when the run game is utilized with this team. So if they can continue down that road, then yeah, they'll have some success for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
No comment.
Yeah, he doesn't care about this game. He's going to be watching the Lions.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
In the words of Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. I was just here to say that Santoso was fired from the Lions, the kicker, so he's available if any of you guys want him. After last week's fine performance. So
as nice as Jake Elliott is, I think we could use a little Santoso on our squad.
Yeah, he's really good.
Get us
really
Parky.
good. But as far as the Eagles game goes for me, I look forward to be an entertaining game. I mean, obviously, with all the people hurt on the Saints right now, it's hard to really put them in and feel good about it, betting on them. But they're playing in Philadelphia. Yeah. So I mean, Philadelphia hasn't looked very good at home this year. So for whatever reason, but if they're gonna get healthy or get fixed, turn it around, it'll be this week. Because they're facing a team that's missing some people. So, with that being said, the Eagles' defense has been playing pretty decent. Big play Slay's been making some
big plays,
making some plays lately. So that's been a good sign for them. And the defensive line has always been pretty stout. So I look for the Eagles to have some success this week. But I don't think it's going to be a walkover by any means. I could see this being like a 31-27 or 27-24, something like that.
Yeah,
game
I could see that.
Where the Eagles win.
I would. I mean, if we could have another game over 20 and we didn't get there in garbage time, I'd shoot. We could lose the game and I'd be happy. At this point, I just want to see some offense that actually amounts to scoring, not 7 points at halftime like I'm used to.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the Eagles are going to be able to do something on offense. The running game has been working really well for them, and that's only going to help the passing game if it continues to go in that direction. So
yeah, speaking of the running game, Miles Sanders is back this weekend, so that's why I put on my Sanders jersey. But he'll be returning. I don't know in what capacity. I doubt he'll be taking the bulk of the carries.
He's going to be playing quarterback.
Yes.
He'll be.
Well, no, you know what that means. We're just going to avoid the run now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can. Yeah, then we can listen to those freaking fantasy football people talking about. Yeah, Miles Sanders isn't quite the player we thought he would be. Yeah, okay, well,
exactly.
Yeah, when he touches the ball 4 times, it's gonna be hard to amass any points. But yeah, I mean, it'll be exciting one way or another. I think this will tell us a lot about kind of where we're at, and even if we lose the game, I look for us to compete. So I don't think either way, even if we win or lose, I think this will be a competitive game for us. And honestly, in some respects, that's all I can ask for, especially after how last season ended. So, but anyways, we still got one more game to talk about here. We're gonna hop into the Bengalville, and they've got a game on the road at the Las Vegas Raiders here. So coming off their bye week last week, after
much needed
bye week after getting bulldozed by the Brownies, and So the spread on this one is +1 for Vegas. And, we've got yet another tuned-in sports squad taking on this coach that didn't know he was going to be coaching until partway through the season. So hopefully they can fare a little better against him than...
and he's a resounding 2-0.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully the Bengals can fare a little better against them than the rest of the channel has thus far. But honestly, I think this is going to be a very interesting game. We talked about the Eagles and the Saints one being competitive and possibly the Lions one, but, who gives a shit about those games? This is actually a game that has some relevance, and I'm just being honest. This is a game that actually maybe has some relevance. Two teams in the AFC that, could be fighting for the
wild card.
Could be fighting for the wild card position and stuff.
Well,
so
yeah,
I think it'll be an interesting game for sure. And I'm not sure who I think's gonna win this one. I would say the Raiders because they're at home, but on the same token, I don't really know. I'm just gonna go with the Raiders because they're at home. I think it's kind of a toss-up, honestly. I hope the Bengals can win, and if they play to their potential, I think they will win. But I'm going to go with the Raiders here, unfortunately.
Yeah, and this one is the proverbial coin toss, I think, because we don't know what's going to happen on either side, because they both have question marks.
Yeah.
At one time, they both looked the best, and then sometimes they have looked the worst. So, again, don't know who's going to show up either way. So, I have no clue. So, I'm just going to leave this one as a tie.
That'd be great.
Tremendous.
No, I think should be a good game. Definitely two teams trying to figure shit out. It's a big game for both teams in terms of playoff positioning. And I think it's a must-win. Are the Bengals on the road or at home?
They're on the road.
On the road, so they're playing in Vegas. Okay,
Yeah, that's
well,
right. So.
that's probably not a good sign because half of them are probably going to be arrested tonight. So
It's a perfect spot. The Raiders always get arrested. Oh, wait.
So they're not going to have anybody available for the game. So you could be in trouble, going in there tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're having to pick them up,
Well,
For all the Bengals players.
two teams are notorious for getting sent to jail.
Having long sentences.
Yeah. or if you're Pac-Man Jones, you just get out.
Yeah.
Nothing. As if you didn't do anything, pretty much.
You could start fights in the Denver airport.
Yeah, it's
That's
fine.
what Pac-Man does.
Yeah.
They just, in my opinion, the Bengals just need to clean it up a little bit. The offense has been a little inconsistent here lately, which has been kind of surprising, honestly, because I figured that the more they play together, the better it should be looking. But it's been a little bit of a mess here lately. Offensive line needs to make sure they, don't just give up sacks all day long.
Yeah, I know. Last week was pitiful in that aspect.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's you'd figure they should be getting better, but the Raiders are gonna play tough. They're playing with, they lost a couple of guys now this season, so a lot for the new coach to have to deal with and try to get this thing right. But I mean, it's possible. It's Vegas, and the league likes it, so. It could be it could be a Raider
Biz
game,
game.
But
Yeah.
we'll see. It should be a good game. It should be entertaining for sure.
Yeah. Just to echo, this is a huge game for the Bengals because, both these teams coming off 2-game losing streaks. Both teams looking to right the ship. Vegas, I don't know. I think it could be a biz game for sure. I think, it's the Raiders. Vegas, a lot of money. But
From that standpoint,
honestly, I really think that the Bengals won't play as bad as they did last week against the Browns. The week before last week. But still,
Yeah, hopefully they look better than they did last week when they were at home on the couch.
Yeah, I would hope so too. But you know what? I really do believe that this bye week could possibly be a great thing for the team because everything was freaking spiraling downwards. Mm-hmm. And if they can come in with a little bit of a fresh start, team nice and rested, it could speak good things for this week. But we'll see. I mean, unfortunately, one of our linebackers is out for the season, Davis Gaither. I'm kind of lucky that it's not Logan Wilson because he's been having a monster year. So if we lose, sure, you don't want anybody going out with injury, but at least we still have Logan Wilson healthy. So, that's a good thing. But yeah, it's going to be really a battle of what the offenses can do, in my opinion. And also, the Bengals defense been looking really inconsistent lately. Giving up 41 to the Browns and then also 34 to the Jets. Doesn't look like the same team from the beginning of the season. So, if they can right the ship there, that would really be good. Get back to a performance that we were used to. Like, giving up only less than 25. That's what I really want to see this week. Do I think it will happen? Probably not. Just because it's the Raiders and they got a pretty high-powered offense. Derek Carr playing really good this year. And, with some injuries on our secondary, it could be a long day. Mm-hmm. At least from the air. So we'll see. Jamar Chase needs to start getting back to how he was playing at the beginning of the year because he really struggled over these past couple weeks.
Yeah. The Nevada Roadhogs is completely in agreement with that statement. He hasn't had a decent game since I picked him up. So
yeah,
thanks.
But he needs to get back on track.
Dilly.
And if he does, that could be good. Also, Joe Burrow, we need to protect him, and he also needs to stop throwing picks. I think he leads the league in interceptions so far this year, which honestly makes you think how the hell we have the record that we do. But we'll see. It's a big game, and on the road, I don't know if I see us winning. If we were at home, different story, but I think we'll lose in a close game. Unfortunately.
I think Deshaun Jackson's going to run the wrong way again.
Yeah.
They'll be able to squeak it out for a tie, like I said. So.
I think we'll lose in a close game, though.
Oh.
If I had to bet.
Well, what?
I was just gonna say I don't think just because Burrow leads the league in interceptions, that's partially on him, but not all those interceptions are like where he's just making horrible throws. A lot of that stuff is balls bouncing off the hands of people and stuff like that. Plus, when he's being asked probably to be pretty aggressive going down the field, because they've got the talent to do so. It doesn't do you any good to have a speed burner like, Auden Tate or one of these guys that pretty much can get down the field in a hurry and then never use it. So you gotta put the ball up once in a while into questionable, circumstances.
Are you listening, Sirianni? Okay. Anyway, continue.
But it's just part of it. It's just part of it. And that's the thing with Detroit right now. It's like I think Goff had a total of 54 yards passing last game.
That's good.
That's unacceptable. That means you're not throwing the ball anywhere. You're not going downfield with it. You're not doing anything. And I mean, as much as it was nice to see 130 yards on the ground, if we're going to have that kind of output in the air, we're not going to win any games. Still, right? I mean, truthfully, you're not going to win games with 54 yards passing. It's just not going to happen. So, I mean, that's one of the things. It's like you got to take chances, and if you throw some picks once in a while, so be it. I mean, you got to live with it because it's also how you can score more points in the game. And like I said, I mean, if the running game's working, that's wonderful. But man, and with Burrow, I think that's probably partially what it is that, you know, I mean, he's being tasked with, hey, you got a ton of weapons out here, let's find them. You know, and then Mixon needs to run the ball. You know, he needs to run it good.
He's been great this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like 4th in rushing.
Mm-hmm. No, he's been putting out, but that's basically because the offensive line has been better.
Yeah.
So, but it's just one of those things where, you know, the throwing interceptions doesn't always tell the story.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is, like, if we could decrease on turnovers, that would be great.
What do you mean? You want to throw more? Huh?
I was gonna say
Spread it around.
when we had Carson Wentz,
Give me a season.
I'm not
Give
necessarily
everybody
saying,
a chance to get one.
I'm not necessarily saying it's all Burrow's fault because I mean
It's not.
it's not.
Clearly
but
not.
It's
when we had Carson Wentz and the Eagles doing the same thing, I really enjoyed it myself. It made the game so much more exciting when they were starting on our end of the field.
Yeah, that's what I liked about Scott Mitchell. You know.
I mean, last week against the Browns was just unexcusable. I mean, we had multiple plays where we either fumbled it, threw an interception. I mean, we just can't have performances like that and expect to win games.
What do you mean?
So,
That's the way I map it.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't
I was
know.
gonna say that's the only performance I ever see, and we got 4 wins.
But nonetheless, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week for all of our teams. Besides the Broncos, I mean, but then again, you never know. But then again,
Yeah, we get another week of Vic can draw up some great plays.
I was
But
gonna
that-
say with the ownership group they got going on, interesting is the word I would use
Yeah.
to describe their bye week as well. It'll be interesting.
but I mean, yeah, I mean,
We haven't got anybody arrested yet.
We
so
don't
that's
know. We don't know
Melvin
if the
Gordon's
Broncos are
drinking it
gonna.
up probably,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
We don't know if the Broncos are gonna win the bye week yet, so we'll see. But
horrible.
yeah, as far as Lions Browns, that's battle of the two teams that have gone 0-16. So that should be great.
Yeah,
And
anytime
then-
you see that matchup, the stadium is full.
Yeah, exactly. Then we got Eagles going against Saints with Simeon. I mean, former Bronco QB. He's great.
Yep.
So,
Best.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's why I say
He's
anyway.
no Achilles Smith or
or Jeff Driscoll, but
Yeah.
he's almost there.
Any way you slice it, we got a lot of exciting action for you this week, and just loads of football to get excited about. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure you tune in for our review. We do a review of our team's games, just like we did this preview every week. We talk about the BS and the buffoonery of the crap we just witnessed on the field. We come into these previews with all this nice hopes and dreams, and then just to have them dashed in the game and get pissed off and throw things here in the review. So if you're into that kind of stuff, well, welcome home. Thank you for checking us out, and pretty much every week is the same show. So stick around. Put your feet up. Stay a while. We'll leave the light on for you. But with that being said, guys,
bring a box of tissues. That way you can either cry or laugh.
yeah, exactly. You'll either just straight up cry or be laughing until you're crying.
Yes.
So there you go. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I'm Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
Steve.
I'm done.
See ya in the review.